Travelers on the Omnibus occasionally touches on mature subject matter with mature language. As such, the audience discretion is advised.
And we are back, everybody. We are all back here.
All
together.
of us.
All of us.
Including the glue, the rock, the thing that is necessary
The
for
very
the show to
core.
survive.
the foundation of Travelers on the
Yes.
Omnibus.
The tires where the rubber meets the road.
Let
Yeah.
me remind you why
Peaceful
the
Tires of the omnibus.
That's right. That's right.
Without him, we're just skidding down.
Sparks flying.
Sparks flying towards another bus full of nuns, and we just can't stop.
Yeah.
The brakes have been cut.
Yes.
There is no...
We're on our way to a censored.
I was about to say, you know, it was great. It was great listening to the show and hearing, oh, I might have to cut that later. Nope, it's still in there.
Yeah.
I might have to cut that later.
Yeah.
Nope.
I did give the weirdest.
I did like that one
censored
cut
of all time.
The one cut where it was just like in the beat of the music of the opening music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Censored. Boop, boo. Censored. Boop, boo. Censored.
Censored. It was great.
That was good stuff.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm James McCarthy, by the way.
I'm Brady Davis.
I'm Jody Kite.
The glue, the rock, the foundation of the earth.
I am not.
The heart. The beating heart.
The turtle on which this world is precipiced on.
There will be no mention
Don't
of
look
Nazis.
down. It's more turtles.
There will be no Nazi mentions on the show since
shit.
I'm here.
You just made a Nazi mention saying
And I'm
there's
going
no
to
Nazi
mention it again when I talk about the movies I
Oh,
watched.
shit.
Gee,
no.
You watched Triumph of the Will?
No, I watched Shockwaves.
Oh, no.
By the way, you're hosting this week. Who are you?
I am Ethan Skinner.
All right, take it back over.
And once again, this is Travelers on the Omnibus.
Of the Omnibus.
Travelers on the Omnibus.
That is what the Google Doc still says.
Of the
Travelers of the
Omnibus.
Omnibus. Yeah.
We are, of course, a nerd through.
We're a nerd through what?
We're a nerd through. We're a nerd
My
through.
mind has just blinked. We are a field trip through nerd and pop culture.
There you
There was
go.
like
There
two
we go.
strokings last week.
Yeah.
Is there going to be
Yes.
multiple tonight?
Oh.
Yeah, we're already on one.
We are.
And if you were trying to tell you that we're on what, and then it's pretty much it.
You think we stroked last week?
Oh,
You've
God.
seen nothing
All the
yet.
stroke. Jeff Jarrett.
We
We
have-
jealous.
Do
We
want
have
to
strokes to give.
Do you want to thank Anna, Angel Rouse, Anna Langford, John Sheldon, and the other guy?
Anderson.
Yeah, I was just gonna do the other guy. Damn it! Now we had Derek Anderson there. You happy? Because you weren't happy last week because John wrecked you.
I thought you were having a stroke trying to remember his
Trying to forget his name?
Trying to
That's two
forget his
strokes for
name.
you.
That's
Jesus
two- I was trying
Christ.
to-
Something's fucked up with me today.
All right.
Ethan,
I don't
you're
know.
the youngest one. You're not supposed to be falling apart yet.
Just in case the audience wants to know, I had bronchitis and the flu.
Jesus.
I had both of those things.
Yeah. So
No.
Both
first
of
of
those
all,
things.
thank you for living.
Oh, I
much
appreciate it.
appreciated that.
I appreciate coming
I think
back.
I had said Thursday, like, hey, if Jody's still feeling like shit, he might need to go to the doctor or
Nah.
some shit.
Yeah.
Sorry for almost starting that out like a memorial episode.
I love the past tense talk about me while I'm not here.
Yeah.
Jody sure liked video
I
games.
was trying not to do any bullshit like that because I didn't want to have to make an apology later.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't have apologized.
Oh, man.
No. I would have apologized to your corpse.
Oh yeah.
Jody, I'm
That would've
sorry,
helped.
man. I didn't mean to.
Let me clarify that. I didn't want to have to feel guilty
Oh,
later.
there you
Yeah,
go.
that's
there,
better.
There
That's
you
better.
go. There
It's
you
the
go.
same reason I saved that dude from dying outside of my apartment.
He was covered in blood. Just soaking in
He
In
was.
blood.
case you're wanting
There
to
was
know
a
what
lot
got
of blood.
cut like 10 episodes ago when Brady was talking about blood being on his steps
Oh,
outside
yeah,
of
we
his
totally
apartment.
cut that out. Now
Well,
we're just,
we cut
now
most
we're
of it out.
rehashing it.
Hold on,
Most
hold
of
on.
it got
Censored.
Cut it right there, Jay.
Nope.
I'm just gonna cut.
That shit's
no,
gonna
I'm just cutting. I'm just cutting.
Censored.
and just so no one will know.
Censored.
Oh man.
Oh, God. This is going to be like a 4-hour fucking show.
Pretty much.
Oh,
We may have to wait till next week to finish the.
I have
D&D
to work in
campaign.
the goddamn morning.
Oh hell!
no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, then, hold on. Let me make it very quick for you. Ethan, ask me what I've been doing.
Jay, what have you been doing?
Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom spoilers. There you go. I'm done. I'm done. Just
Okay, there you go.
Boom.
Tears of the Kingdom. Good. Jody, you kicked us off. What have you been doing since you've been sick?
Okay, well,
Besides on your
almost died.
deathbed, what did you do?
Since I've felt like pretty much
Because we know
like,
you didn't make peace with God.
no, definitely that's never happening. So I can't just leave you hanging when I talk about Nazi horror movies. So
Exactly. I got to know more.
I watched this movie called Shockwaves.
Okay.
It came out in 77. And it starts out like most of your like really terrible Italian-based zombie films. Couple of people like are on a ship and the ship goes down and they end up having to like go to an island. This movie has John Carradine in it.
Jesus.
Which is a deep cut.
Of the triumvirate of Dracula actors, you have John Carradine as third place, and your pick between Bela Lugosi and Christopher Lee for 1 and 2. For me, it's Bela and then Christopher
And
Lee.
it's
They're 1A and 1B.
It's funny how you mentioned Hammer Horror's Christopher Lee, because Peter Cushing is also in this movie.
Okay.
Man, there's a lot of needed checks in this movie right now. Okay?
Yeah, and so these are some interesting zombies. So apparently they're not undead.
Okay.
They're pretty much like all like Red Skull Captain America kind of situation where they were experimented on during the Nazi eugenics program, and they're basically like sort of like their bodies are slowly rotting just from age, but they hang out in the water.
Okay. Water zombies.
They hang out in the water to keep their bodies from decaying or whatnot. And they have these like really weird like welding glasses on their eyes, and that actually becomes like a kind of like a thing later on in the movie where you find out that like they're very sensitive to light even though they don't have any eyes. So the movie, it's one of those movies where it's just like it's almost there. It just fails from some bad pacing issues mainly, and so. It was all right. I'm glad it was a bucket movie for me. I've always wanted to see it, but it's one of those things where I know it's not going to be great.
Yeah.
So I avoided it forever. But, since I didn't have anything else to fucking do.
Yeah.
And I had literally no energy until like a couple of days ago. I couldn't even play video games.
Damn.
So I was not in the mood to do anything but sit there, vegetate, not eat, and watch bad horror movies. And so I watched another movie called Phantom of the Mall: Eric's Revenge.
Okay.
What is it with you and Phantom of the movies?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do an episode on Phantom of the Mall with some other Phantom movies tied into it, because it's very much like the same sort of premise as Phantom of the Opera, where you have this dude who's he's with his girlfriend. They're both in high school, and the house he's living in. There's all kinds of collusion in this movie. So the mayor and the guy who's opening this mall are basically in collusion to get this mall built for money reasons. And so they hire a thug to try and get this kid out of this house by burning the house down. However, him and his girlfriend are in the house when the house burns down. And so you have like there's your revenge story of like no one knows Eric is still alive, and it's been a year and his girlfriend's working at this brand new mall that's just now opening. This movie also has Pauly Shore in it before he was the Weasel. It's very weird to see him act awkward without having the hey buddy.
Kind of like seeing Bobcat Goldthwait when he doesn't do the voice.
When he plays straight. Yeah, it's really weird. But that movie is actually entertaining, so I enjoyed it. What I didn't enjoy, though, was a movie called The Wicker Tree. I didn't know this movie existed, and it was adapted from a book called Cowboys for Christ. And
Jesus, what? Huh?
I don't believe any of this. I think when I mean everything is a lie, reality.
And so
all of it.
And so the movie is about traveling missionaries who are singing like country gospel, but like in the sense of it's country music with gospel themes in it. And so you had this couple, this girl who used to be promiscuous, but now she's not anymore. And she's with her like Jesus loving boyfriend, who doesn't love Jesus enough, because unlike in the Wicker Man, I'm going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
unlike the Wicker Man, I guess the townsfolk don't care if you're a virgin or not in this situation, because this dude ends up sleeping with the town slut.
Ah, okay.
And then they still sacrifice his ass. The movie has Christopher Lee in it, portraying his character, but not being named by that character, because the director said he was wanting to make a sequel to The Wicker Man without actually having the rights to it. So what they did was they just didn't name the Lord's name. I can't remember what the character's name
Lord
was.
Summerisle?
Yeah. They didn't name him as Lord Summerisle. So
I don't know what's better about that. The fact that they couldn't name him, or that Brady just named him out of a clear blue sky.
So it was sort of weird, and it was better than than I thought it was going to be. And I looked on Rotten Tomatoes in the middle of watching it because I was like, I have to know what this scored. And I looked at IMDb, and it got like a 5% on Rotten Tomatoes audience score. And it got a 1 in IMDb. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've seen a lot of bad movies, and this is not a 1. It's a 2. It's a hard 2, but it's not a 1. That's for like movies like Night of the Lepus and Manos: The Hands of Fate.
Yeah,
that's where your 1 lives at. It doesn't live at Cowboys for Christ.
Yeah.
That movie actually had some redeeming qualities to it, but yeah, so the unofficial sequel to The Wicker Man.
I believe you're in a hallucinogenic state. While
yeah,
you're
were all
sick.
of these just a product of your like your sickened mind?
Was the bronchitis
just
getting to
fucking-
your head, actually?
Yeah.
It probably
if we look up these movies on IMDb and they're not there, then yes,
yeah.
that is correct.
Yeah.
So-
you created movies in your brain.
I coined a term for, you know how movies have taglines, right? So I watched DEF-CON 4. I don't know if you've seen DEF-CON 4, but it came out in like 83 or something. That was during a time where like Hollywood thought DEF-CONs went up was bad instead of going down, you know. So the term I like to use for a tagline for this movie is "'Tis a silly apocalypse." Because it's serious at times, and then it's not serious at times. And I'm going to give away one of the funniest things I've seen unintentionally in a movie ever, because they weren't trying to be funny during most of these lines. There's a line in this movie where, here's a quick premise. Okay, DEF-CON 4. I don't want to keep us here all night. All right. So 3 astronauts are in a space station that's controlling nuclear armaments, right? It's like Star Wars before Star Wars was a thing. Not the movies, but the actual program. Shit happens. And whenever shit starts happening, that's when they're supposed to like drop the payload, but they don't drop the payload. They keep waiting because, you know, it was like, we want to make sure there's no interference. We want to make sure, you know, and they start talking about maybe we should drop the payload now. And then the lady astronaut's like, did Detroit just like get wiped off the map? I'm from Detroit. And so they start freaking out. And they're up there and they just don't drop the payload. They're like, fuck it. We're just going to wait up here, and by not dropping the payload, maybe by the time we have to come down, the radiation will have settled some.
Yeah.
Right? Well, the payload is remotely activated.
Jesus.
So they have to come down. And it's explained why, and it makes sense. So they get down there, and there's mutants, there's people eating people. By the way, 2 months have passed. There's already
That's some special news.
That's not how nuclear warheads work. That's not how nuclear fallout works.
I was watching the movie, and I'm like, I need for them to establish how long time has passed, because you don't know really until it's established, because it feels like, days really. And it's established that 2 months have passed. Two months.
We know what happens when a nuclear bomb is dropped on somewhere.
Right.
We know what happens in 2 months by then.
So 2 months goes by. There's already like this one kid who used to be a military brat, basically like controlling this small group of people that's like around a couple hundred people or whatever. So he's already got this whole thing organized in 2 months. Good for him. Being 15, he's on top of it. So this one astronaut, he breaks out of the prison situation or whatever, and he's got a gun. He's trying to hijack a boat because he found out where the coordinates are for the safest place to hang out in the world.
Yeah.
And there's these 2 guys. They're standing on this boat, And he's got his gun, and he's looking at him. They're just staring at him. He's like, "Don't go for the gun, man. Don't go for the gun, man. I'm telling you, I kill people every day. Don't go for the gun. Don't pass the gun to the other guy. Don't give him a gun." And it's just like, it was so fucking hilarious. And then he shot him. So that was great. And then the movie payoff is like the bad guy gets basically sent back to where he was on the boat, and he got sent back to the to town or whatever, where they have the launch payloads. There's one nuke in there though, and he walks back into town, and he looks over and he sees one armed nuke, and he goes, "Hey, aren't those all supposed to be gone?" And then there's a mushroom cloud. I'm like, it's a great punchline. DEFCON 4.
That sounds interesting.
I did some other shit, but I'm gonna leave it out. I'm gonna leave it out.
Okay, so much like Jay, he's been playing Tears of the Kingdom. I've been playing Breath of the Wild some more. Still a fun game. I just defeated Water Blight Ganon, saved Varuda. He shot his little laser beam at the castle, and I'm just going around unlocking all the towers.
Fighting that water boss is super annoying for me.
I didn't find it annoying. I
had more problems with Air Blight Ganon, but that's just me. Or Wind Blight Ganon.
I don't remember that one. Like the one that I remember pretty. I'm not even saying it was hard. It was just annoying. I think the electric one was the one that was hardest for me. I can't remember. It's been they run together.
Getting into the temple electric ball. Yeah, the electric one, because you have to be out like surfing that sand seal is cool until you have to like guide that thing and also stay in the baffles of a giant giraffe that shoots lightning at you. Yeah, that can get frustrating.
Yeah. Like I believe where I left off was I just got to the Sheikah Tower that like unlocks the Death Mountain area.
Yeah.
And so I'm considering going to the Goros and just taking care of that divine beast.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I have to make a mea culpa to the Zelda fan base from last week. So we were talking about like I love the Gorons. The Gorons. When I said that, I said them as Gerudo, which is a completely different race of people in Zelda.
Yeah.
I've already been thrown out of all the Zelda fan circles for that mistake. I can never go back in, but this is my mea culpa for that.
Don't worry, guys. He still gives Breath of the Wild a 10 out of 10. So
I don't. I give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh shit!
That game's not
blasphemy.
Blasphemy. I know. Yeah. I'm more inclined with Stephanie Sterling's take on this part of the series than anything else, because I like it more, but I can completely understand if those frustrations completely tick you off and not get you to where you want to be with it. There's some very good things, like you've mentioned it yourself, right? There's some very good things in that game, but there are also some very bad things in that game. To say that game is perfect, I think is just overstating it, or is too much love for the. In fact, my 9 out of 10 for it. If you put that into any other IP, that score is probably lower. Like my eyes are definitely blended by that.
What would you give Majora's Mask?
Majora's Mask. I like Majora's Mask. I appreciate it more now as I'm older. Ocarina is still my favorite Zelda game of all time, and it had to follow that, which that's a tall fucking order.
You know, there's things sometimes that are lost to memory and lost to time, and when Ethan mentioned that his first Zelda game was Wind Waker, it brought to my mind something that I wanted to mention just in passing real quick, and that is Majora's Mask was not immediately loved when that game came out.
Oh, yeah.
And Wind Waker was heavily shit on.
Yeah.
Because people were like, it looks so cartoony. It's like, motherfucker, go back like 2 games. Like, just because there's 3D now.
But I will also say for this. So the GameCube demos, the initial GameCube demos showed basically Link's model from Ocarina of Time now in the like much more fuller, like but less blocky, less cornery. Like it looked, and it was that model from Ocarina of Time fighting the Ganon from Ocarina of Time. So everybody has been set up that
they were
this
under,
is what it's going to look like.
Yeah, they did kind of a bait and switch with that made people hate it.
That would have, I understand.
But then they did like Dark and Mature Twilight Princess, and people hated that shit too. So people don't know what the fuck they want. I like Twilight Princess. Majora's Mask is probably my favorite, but nostalgia wise, like for me, it's like Link's Awakening.
Yeah, because that was your first one.
That was like my first one.
It seemed like just like the normal thing to do to shit on whatever new Zelda game. Because when Skyward Sword came out, people were shitting on that.
Yeah, I think people still kind of don't like that one.
People still don't like it.
From last week, if you're gonna have something in the sky, even as limited as it was, Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time gave you an idea of a bigger kingdom than what Skyward Sword does. And Skyward Sword's worse about it because you have the sky and you have the ground, and your main plot points are going to be on the ground. And those points on the ground you can't get to from the other ground points. You have to go back up in the sky and then fly over to this portion of the sky and then fall down into that.
That sounds very obnoxious.
Yeah, I heard and I haven't played Wind Waker, but I heard like it can be kind of tedious traveling the ocean, but then like the Wii U version like made it a little bit.
It made it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
It wasn't completely done away with.
Yeah.
Again, for me, it's like you have all of this open space, but you have so few areas. Like how does a civilization like Zelda, fantasy, all these things kind of go on there, but like there's nothing. Like if there were bigger continents in Wind Waker, it wouldn't gnaw in the back of my head as it does. I think like that and Skyward Sword, I think the responses to that was Breath of the Wild, where you have a huge expansive map. You have cities dotting everywhere.
Yeah.
There's still not as many people around as I would like, but the idea of a kingdom that came crashing down 100 years earlier, and like people just trying to get back into being, I like that. I wish the world wrapped around. Like that's one of those things. Now, when you have a world that's that big, and because worlds are round, quick science fact I just want to throw out there: worlds are round. I would like it that you could go all around the world, except you have map edge corners that you can't get past. So again, if you want to feel like, oh, it's a totally immersive game, things like that to me block that out.
My favorite image macro meme of Flat Earth is Flat Earth in orbit with all the other planets being round.
It's a good one.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, just Breath of the Wild for me. Just more games.
I think when I did mine, I went water, the fire one, then the sky one, and then I think that's the normal, and then the electric one. That's like the normal. I went like the normal.
You do like a counterclockwise from Valrudo to, I was about to call it Valdarunia, but Darunia is the Goron's champion's name. Over to the Rito village, and then finally to the Gerudo.
Yeah.
And again, what I love is all of those villages are linked in that they're in the same world, but it's a completely different like group of people. They were very good at characterizing these people, both in text.
Yeah, like the world
and in the actual
is fucking great.
Yeah, they did a fantastic
and how
job with
when you go to this part of the world, it's completely it like the culture and how everything looks is completely different than over here. With this species, it's a little bit And fantasy has a problem with this where it's kind of segregationist in it, but like that's just not a Zelda problem. That's our Breath of the Wild problem. That's a thing that just happens in fantasy. It's not a huge. I don't think it's like the biggest issue in the world, but it is something that you have to deal with that, because it's just we have these people over here and they do this. They don't really interact with these people over here and everything like that. But that's a fantasy thing,
right?
That you just this that probably needs to change. But I'm
it could also be reflective of like the xenophobia in modern life too. I'm not saying it is a good thing,
right?
Yeah,
but I think as a way to represent it and to perhaps maybe look at it and critically without having to look at the actual thing critically, I think there is some worth.
Yeah, and a lot of it comes from the fact that that's how Tolkien did it. So that's how That's how everybody after him did it. So
and at least in Tolkien,
not saying that Tolkien was like.
Right.
I'm not even saying like this is done for like racist reasons. It's just biases that we have in our brains that just it makes it. I don't know.
It's a little bit more casual, at least in the movies, where it's just like elves and dwarves don't like each other really, but sometimes they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
there's probably like really good fantasy writers that just I can't come to the top of my head that do that. That do away with that kind of older way of thinking. So.
Hey Brady.
Yeah.
What you been up to?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you didn't want to hear my thesis on segregationism in fantasy. So yeah. So I watched a movie this past weekend by this directing duo by the name of Benson and Moorhead. They I watched two movies of theirs. The first one that I watched is called The Endless. It's a very they do these very interesting, really more towards sci-fi, but kind of sci-fi with horror-ish vibes here and there, of pretty interesting premises. But the movie that I watched this past weekend is called Spring. Both of them are on Shudder. And they have a couple of other movies that I need to watch too. They've actually been making movies for a while, and they're pretty low budget, but they go a long way. They can stretch a budget pretty well. This one's about this dude who his mom dies from cancer after he quit school and had to take care of her for a couple of years, and she finally dies, and it kind of motivates him to just kind of drop everything and just go somewhere far away. And he ends up in Italy. And he meets this girl while he's there, and she's really attracted to him. He's really attracted to her, and he finds out, you eventually like find out that like there's something not right about this girl, and it leads to, and I don't really want to spoil anything more than that, but it leads to like weird shit. And the ending, like when you find out like what's wrong with her or what's her deal, it's actually pretty interesting. They do, I would definitely, if you want like interesting premises in sci-fi with a little bit of horror, I think The Endless is a very good example of cosmic horror. I don't want to really like go into super detail about that because we don't have that much time, but yeah, Spring. If it sounds interesting, check it out. Both that and The Endless are on Shudder. I would definitely recommend both of them. I think The Endless is still a better movie. That one's about these two guys who were, when they were younger, they were in a cult that lived in the desert, and they escaped. And they decide as adults that, okay, we have to go back there to kind of, deal with this, to deal with our trauma, to kind of confront this. And they go back and they realize that like there's weird shit happening with this cult. That one's super interesting. I really, really liked that one. Spring was pretty good. The chemistry between the two, the actor and the actress is pretty interesting. But they also have another one that I haven't watched called Something in the Dirt, and Resolution. I think Resolution is also on Shudder. There's actually characters. The main characters that are in Resolution are in The Endless. But it's pretty. They're a really interesting duo. They've so far the movies that I've watched of them are very interesting. So yeah, check those out. And that's the small thing that I've done. The big thing is that we are living in a world where the Sleep Token trilogy has been completed. This Thursday, I think it was actually Friday when it technically came out. The album, the Sleep Token albums, Take Me Back to Eden, fully released. They had about 6 songs already released as singles that I've listened to death. So the rest of the album came out, and it is fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
I hope that you saw that I was being sarcastic whenever you posted about.
I figured.
Okay.
I saw it got released on Spotify. I'm like, oh shit! I need to tell everyone this.
Like after we recorded and as I was leaving, like I looked and it had all been released.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the single most like solid kernels of joy I've seen.
I don't have many of those nowadays. Yeah. So yeah, on the way back home, I listened to all of the new songs. I've mostly been listening to the new songs because I wanted to because I've listened a lot to the old songs.
Yeah.
But the whole album, it's phenomenal. To me, every song is really good. Even the songs that when I first heard them, I didn't like all that much have grown on me. The song Vor, I didn't like all that much when I first listened to it, but now it's so fucking good. But the new songs are really great, and they have it's hard. You can't. I'm gonna call it a metal record. Because I really don't. I'm really tired of the granularity that's happened when it comes to genres, especially with metal and stuff like that. People are really, this isn't metal, that is metal. Fuck you, it's metal. There's parts of this album that are harder than most deathcore bullshit that you've listened to. But then there's also parts where it's a straight up. There's trap beats. There's a rapping part, and it's fucking great. And it all flows together. And these songs are there's 2 7-8 minute songs on there, and they flow phenomenally. The title track, Take Me Back to Eden, is really long. It has a part where it gets super fucking heavy, but then there's also a part where Vessel is literally rapping, and it all fucking works. You know, it starts off with this slow piano. Ascensionism is so fucking good. It's one of those that's kind of all that does a whole bunch of things. Even what people have called like one of the weaker songs, Are You Really Okay? That one's a more quote unquote average, like it's more of like the average kind of rock metal-ish song. It's not even metal. I wouldn't even, that one leans more towards like a rock type thing, almost a ballad. But for me, like that one, the words and the meaning of that song like hit so hard. But and then like this is an album that if you have followed, like if you have gotten deep into Sleep Token, you've listened to their shit and know their shit, like there's references all throughout this album to other albums. Like so as I was getting home after the album released, I ended up with by the time I got home, I'd listened to everything but the last song, which is named Euclid. And so I'm going to keep listening to this. So I instead of turning it off, I just took it out and was still playing it. And I was kind of getting ready for bed and everything as I was doing this and honestly half listening to the song. Cause I was just like, I want to listen to all of this before I go to bed. And then so Sleep Token's first album, Sundowning. The first song off the first album is called The Night Does Not Belong to God. So that's the name of the song. And then in the song, there at the end of that song, there is a refrain that ends the song. So as I was listening to this, and I was kind of half listening to this, and then that part starts playing, and when that hit me, it hit me so like I fell back onto my fucking bed because I was sitting on my bed like listening, and then when my brain caught up to, oh shit, this has come full circle. Like, and they're even like bringing up, so their first, like they had two EPs called 1 and 2. And one of the songs off of 1 was When the Bow Breaks. And they talk about the bow being broken, and like it like everything about this album was about coming full circle and coming back around to where they started. Like it was so, when it hit me, the thought that had been put into this fucking album, like it was like, it was really, I haven't had this happen with listening to an album in a very long time. Like I really have a hard time seeing anything's going to top this album for this year. Like I haven't looked at anything that I'm interested in that's coming out later, but I really don't see anything topping this. It is a phenomenal piece of art, and like it's just really fucking good.
How long has that band been around?
2016 was when those first EPs came out, and then I think it was 2018 that Sundowning came out. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then This Place Will Become Your Tomb was like 2021, I think.
I thought that was the COVID year, wasn't it? Like late 2020?
2020, 2021.
Pretty sure when we did the first mixtape, we were talking about it.
Yeah.
I think it was COVID.
Well, we've only been doing this show for about a year, right?
Yeah.
So
We've been doing it for more than a year, sir.
well, that's about a year.
Yeah, it's about a year.
No, 2021.
2021,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what I thought.
That was in the early days of this show then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first mixtape.
Yeah.
It was that.
Yeah, that
First
was
mixtape.
It was that, Bat Out of Hell, 10 Silver Bullets.
drops.
Silver
I don't know
Drops.
why I want to say silver. Oh, because werewolves. Yeah. 10 Silver Drops and
Sound of Madness.
that other one.
Yeah, Sundowning was 2020.
Okay,
that can't be
Sundowning was
right. That can't be right. Hold on.
So I thought Sundown was the first album.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sundowning was the first album.
If I have to listen to 3 Shinedown albums,
I'm not
though,
going to pick 3 Shinedown albums.
we're going to be listening to Frank Zappa, and Frank Zappa.
See, I'm okay with Zappa. Like
I'm
I like
kidding,
I like
I'm kidding.
Zappa.
I'm
I like
I'm not-
Zappa's weirdness.
I'm not going to listen to Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention more than once.
I'm not going to.
That's one of those, like, that's an experience. You listen to it and you're good.
I want to listen to Frank Zappa being mentioned in Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple.
Frank, I will listen to Frank Zappa stuff the day I get to go out to the Utah Salt Flats when it rains and the nighttime when all of the when the universe curves in on
there's
itself.
certain times that you want to listen to Zappa. It's not.
I don't have the shrooms for that.
But
Big Sur is another one.
Take Me Back to Eden, phenomenal record. Like, it's really, like, the songs fucking have, like, hit me. If it's not, the creativeness of genre switching, like, again, it's, like, really hard to like, even nail down, like, what,
they're all
where
over
does
the
this
place.
fit?
Yeah.
Because they will switch a genre in the middle of a song, and it fucking works, and you're like, oh, this is weird, but okay, yeah, I get this. And then like, they do, like a almost hip hop R&B version of the song for a little bit, and then it switches into, again, the hardest shit that you've heard, like it, like him just like doing deathcore screaming, and it fits. And even like that shit is not something that I normally like, but like I really fucking like this. And just with like the design of the album, because every song is this different creature. I even ordered the
Dark Souls bosses.
Yeah, a shirt that's got all of the creations on there. There's a lot of talk that this is made to, like, Sleep Token is made to exist for this trilogy, and then they might end. So a lot of people are like worried about that. And
I'd be okay with that, because I would rather one very great work.
Yeah.
Than like work that fluctuates wildly.
Yeah, especially
over time, especially in the long tail taper.
Yeah.
You have like a concept album, but now it's like concept albums that all tie together.
Yeah.
As one work. I mean, they've been out since 2016. A lot of bands don't even live past one album, so they've already done a body of work.
Yeah. It's really impressive, and it's really cool. Check them out. I know I talk about them a lot, but this is like a really fucking good album. It's been a while. Like, even bands that I love, my favorite bands don't often have albums where every single song, like Coheed and Cambria's last album, I did not like every single song on that album. Every single song on this album is great. And if you don't like this song, skip to the next song, and it's probably going to be totally different, and you're going to like it, I think that I was watching somebody on YouTube, and the thing that they talked about that was really positive was like, this is something that you could listen, like somebody who isn't into metal, you could play this album or Sleep Token in general to them, and it could be an intro into like more of the quote unquote full on metal genre. Because they do, like, Do You Wish That You Love Me is just a pop, like that's a fucking pop song. It's a sad boy who fucks pop song, but it's I watched a review, and he was like, how do you even define Sleep Token? He was like, it's progressive music for people who fuck. He's like, you don't name a song Vor without knowing what the fuck that is.
Vor is, yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like it's been like, I've really been enjoying the new stuff, and I think that it fits with the stuff that we've had since the beginning of the year. I wish somebody would figure out like how they've decided to like release the songs, because I couldn't find a pattern. Because what they did with Sundowning, This Place Will Become Your Tomb, was like a regular where they just had a couple of singles and then they released the album. Sundowning, like every 2 weeks they released a single at sundown time, whatever their British standard time.
Greenwich mean.
Yeah. It released every 2 weeks, like on the same day, like for until all the album was out. And that's what we thought was going to happen with this one, but they did things differently. So I don't know.
Cool, honestly.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. They do really interesting things with their promotions. Like all the visualizers for Sundowning have a glyph that's represents that song. Every song on This Place Will Become Your Tomb has this like sea creature illustration and a depth that people actually could like you could find those depths in the ocean, like they actually corresponded to actual coordinates. And then this one has all of the Dark Souls bosses. So they know how to fucking market their shit. Like just the fact. Oh, this will be the last thing I talk, because I've gone on. I've done my dissertation. this song, "Take Me Back to Eden," came out was number 2 on the Spotify US debuts, and it was number 5 worldwide.
Oh wow!
On the Spotify debuts.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, and the summoning like blew up on TikTok, so like it like they're a pretty well known band now, and I know some people are probably mad at that, but like fuck you.
At some point, you have to accept that like in order you can't have the punk rock mentality of like
good music gets listened to.
Yeah,
it's gonna have to happen at some point.
They haven't changed what the fuck they're doing. Like they have done interesting things because like they've evolved like. Vessel used to just, he had the mask, black body paint with this just like actually like cheap looking robe. And now like the robe has like tassels and he has this like fur thing on the side. Like they've added more things to it, and they used to not have, and now they have female background singers.
Oh, cool.
So they keep adding things and evolving, and it's like super interesting.
I want to say one thing about gatekeeping because like it's so the dumbest thing I've ever heard recently, because it's like you never think like, okay, this is gonna be the dumbest thing I ever hear, and then I'm not gonna hear anything else stupid.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes or whatever. Somebody recently told me, oh yeah, Portugal the Man, I was listening to them before they were on the radio. I'm like, good for you, guy. Good for you. That's great. That's great. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Were you getting tape trading out of the trunk of a El Camino?
Yeah, for Portugal the Man.
Yeah, they have a new song out that's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Rad.
They have a couple of new songs actually. I have only heard the one, but
did you hear it on the radio?
No,
I heard it on the radio.
I don't listen to the radio. I've heard like a lot of people complain about, oh, this pop song is like played out, and is like, well, I don't listen to the radio. This sounds good to me.
Who listens to the radio?
So. Like even I would rather listen to nothing than the radio nowadays. If something happens and I don't have my phone, like
this year
I do kind of need, like if I'm on a long ride, like if the ride's a half an hour,
I'm going a super long ride. I'm gonna have to do something
when you run out of internet area, you know.
But like
internet, so.
Yeah, I would much rather listen to. Well, in that case, if I still have my phone, I have a shit ton of music on my phone. But yeah, like I used to be like very much into like gatekeeping them in that, or like I'm superior because I know this and this about this thing, and it's like no, that's not actually good for you. Like like you just want your thing to be your precious little thing.
This is mine. Only I can have it. Yeah, I used to be that way a long time ago.
Fuck you. Like it's like. This is, and I don't even care about the sincerity. Like my daughter, will show up in a Def Leppard t-shirt, and I don't go, well, can you name one Def Leppard?
Right.
Like no, fuck you. Like she likes the shirt. I don't fucking care if she even knows one song.
I stopped caring when hip hop clothes started using the Crimson Skull for Misfits. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care if you're using that just because it looks cool. I don't. And the Punisher, icon. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
It's like
it's whatever.
With these cultures, we get too much into the gatekeeping, and it leads to people just not wanting to be associated with that shit. It's like stop ruining things that just let people like what they like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if somebody says, oh, I haven't heard this or I haven't watched this, instead of going, oh, you haven't watched that. Go, oh, that's great. That means that you get to experience this for the first time. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's because that's a really cool thing. You know how many things I would love to go back to and be like, this is the first time I've listened to this or watched this. Sleep Token. Like,
like all the movies that we've watched, like Psycho, Casablanca, The Warriors. Those are all just first experiences for me.
There are movies that I've watched that I knew what everything like. I would have loved to have watched Psycho, but like when I watched Psycho, I knew what was going to happen in Psycho. Yeah. Like when you watch Psycho and you did not know what the fuck was going to happen, like I would love to go back and be able to do something like that.
Right.
And like instead of, shitting on people for not maybe knowing as much, like that's not an opportunity for you to lord your knowledge or your ability or your over somebody. It's an opportunity to go, oh, cool. now there's somebody new that I get to expose this thing that I cherish and I love, so like,
don't always try and be the smartest person in the room, because you might end up looking like the dumbest person in the room.
Yes. There was a very long time where I always thought that I was the smartest person in the room, and I was an asshole for it.
Same.
Yeah, just don't be an ass.
Yeah,
Same.
just don't be an asshole. Let people like what they like. If they like, Ethan likes Shinedown. I fucking hate Shinedown, but like that doesn't make him a lesser person for that. He has some worth, a little bit. I was getting too sentimental, so I had to bring it down.
We have to keep up the joke.
Yeah,
small worth.
Yeah,
There you go.
I have kayfabe to keep up.
Corn dogs.
Corn dogs, yes.
But yeah,
Corn
just
dogs
try out new shit, and don't shit on people who don't.
And that is both figuratively and literally. Don't
literally shit on people.
Do not literally shit on people.
Only one person can shit on somebody. That's Will I Am.
And the bass keeps running,
hey,
and running.
But hey, you like that? Do you? That's not me. That's not for me.
No. If they accept the shitting on, do it.
Yeah.
But make sure you have.
If you're cool,
first.
they're cool.
Yeah.
When did this turn into kink? What the fuck?
That's nasty.
There's no kink shaming
Ethan,
here.
host this thing. Get this back on.
This is what happens
track.
when we
I
let
don't
Ethan
remember
host.
the song in the Little
Yeah, he
Mermaid.
just lets us talk.
When we don't
Shit
let
the
Ethan.
girl.
Yeah.
You know you want to.
No, shit the girl.
If you would
With
like to
consent.
hear, if
With
you would like to
consent.
hear
Come,
more-
Mr. Tallyman, shit on me bananas. Shit may come and shit wanna go home.
I used to have a videotape of the guy who was Sebastian's at least singing voice, because back then sometimes you had, but I think he did his voice too. Like he performed.
That's another correction I have to make from of all things, Frank Welker did not do the voice of Minsk. That was Jim Cummings.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of Sebastian, that's a nightmare to look at.
Jim Cummings, Frank Welker, like all of those guys who did like 800 things.
Oh, Frank Welker did 1 billion voices.
Yeah, like
for shows you've never seen.
Yeah.
Like that one show,
The Spiral Zone.
Yeah, or
where-
the laser tag show.
Where Travers on the Omnibus draws the line is, if you like these new Disney remakes, go fuck yourself. No, seriously, like whatever.
No, you
I
like
don't give a
those
shit.
too. Like
I was trying to do a joke.
Yeah, but look at
there's
Sebastian
so
for
little-
more than 30 seconds without wincing.
That's the problem.
That's disturbing as fuck.
The Little Mermaid realistic is a problem because, okay, the Lion King remake sucked, but at least it's like a mammal that that's filled with mammals, and you can kind of we generally think that those are cute and those are okay, but fish are horrific monsters.
That's uncanny valley
that are so far
100%.
away from humanity that like they all look super. Look up a picture of a fish and look at it for a little while, and you will eventually go like, "Oh my god, why am I still looking at this?"
2027, Finding Nemo.
Oh,
the realistic
man.
remake.
God, that will be a fucking nightmare. They haven't gone into Pixar
Imagine
movies
the
yet.
seagull scene where mine.
They've still got more of the Disney Renaissance to mine. I think there's a couple more. I know they're doing Hercules.
A Hunchback is probably one that
The
they could
Hunchback.
do.
Ooh, that's not going to be good.
Yeah,
That's going to be real bad.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Tony Jay is dead, and he was Duke Rollo, or Count Rollo. Count Rollo, right?
Was he Count? No, he wasn't Count. He was Judge
Rollo.
How are you going to live action Quasimodo nowadays?
Well,
very delicately, but for me, the voices.
You can just watch the Broken Lizard Quasi.
Yeah, you could just do that because they
I've
did
seen
that,
the trailer,
and there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
If y'all would like to tell us what you do and do not want to listen to,
Don't you dare try and get this back on the rails. We have control. The inmates run the asylum now.
we control the vertical. We control the
Somebody pulled
horizontal.
the emergency brake on the omnibus.
We are Tokyo drifting down the road, motherfuckers.
If you'd like to get in touch with us, travelers on the omnibus at gmail.com. That's travelers, 1L on the omnibus at gmail.com.
We're trying to wear the tires that are Jody down.
That's right.
Also, get into this bus full of nuns.
Yeah, also, you can contact us on Spotify through our polls and questions.
They're
Hey, Jay,
school children
where can they
crossing
listen to us
that we are trying to mow down.
Spotify, Amazon, Google, and Apple.
Saga,
That is called a
yes.
saga.
Okay.
When you're
no
presented
feedback?
with a
Any
trolley
feedback?
problem of one person
Do you
or
have any
5
feedback,
people,
Jay?
Yeah, we have no
why
feedback
not
this
both?
week.
I
No
got you.
feedback at all.
Alright.
It says there we go. So are we going on to the main event?
They're not
Yeah,
even
we're
fucking
going-
saying
we're
real
going-
words
We're
now.
going on to the main event.
We come back to our Omnibus plays D&D one shots.
This is going to be an interesting edit because like it was chaos and then calm.
Yeah, hard cut, baby.
Just smash cut.
I may have.
We've calmed the fuck down.
I may edit in the audio form of the new Sebastian from The Little Mermaid, but as a sound wave to see how it sounds, and then people will be like, "What the fuck was that?"
Jesus Christ, you're gonna
Where
get
they gave a crab lips.
we're gonna get a cease and desist from Disney.
More like Disney will get a cease and desist from
Travelers
Sanity.
on
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
We cease and desist Disney.
yeah,
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
yeah. I'll try that one time. I'll just write them, "Hey, stop doing it." What? Wait, like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? Just it. Just keep doing anything.
What is it?
Yeah.
I say, what is it?
Yeah, hit Disney where they're weakest. Their litigation.
I thought you said, like, what? I didn't realize that Disney had Faith No More under label, because that would be the weakest point at this
Yeah,
point.
that would be
They
true.
did have the insane clown posse at
Yes,
one
they
point
did.
Yeah.
for 2 hours.
Yep.
Whoops.
Oh, these are nice clowns. Children like clowns. Let's sign them. Dumb diddy dumb, baby, here we come. It's like, okay, we've made a terrible mistake.
Great Malenko, motherfuckers!
I apologize, but I have to get this lyric out. This is a lyric from an Insane Clown Posse song that I heard one time. Sup, I'm too drunk and I'm fucking drunk. There you go. That's a lyric. That's from Forgotten Freshness Volume 2.
They're wordsmiths.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
We come back to the rambunctious trio of Durgan, the
I'm
rogue.
Durgan. I have a passive perception of 25.
Yes, you do.
I forgot that joke.
I did too, and then it just immediately flashed in my brain.
We also Durgan, who's also accompanied by Shadowblade,
Yeah, this is me.
and also Turtle.
True sight is useless. If you have a passive of 25 perception.
It's because I trained my eyes.
Yeah. Thanks, Legolas.
Yeah. And I'm a dwarf.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Tell me what you see with your dwarven eyes.
We
Not much because it's really fucking bright out here.
Yeah. Also, I'm 5 foot.
That's 2 more
I'd
feet.
see a whole
than
lot
me.
more if you'd get out of my fucking way.
Yeah.
The last time we saw this trio, they were given a task by Nathaniel Stormborn to bring down the rogue wizard Eleander, who has his possibly multi-planar base somewhere in the Anorak Desert. The trio found the base, defeated the stone giants that guarded the entrance.
We are planting the beacons now and having the Chinook helicopters take out the rest.
And they find themselves at the base of the spiral staircase that can hopefully lead to the...
We got the kill streak that gave us the airstrike.
Yes, that was great.
And
We only really killed 2 of them. The other one is like just coming back.
The
and, like,
cross section of people who religiously play Call of Duty and might get that reference and listen to Travelers on the Omnibus. It's probably just a sliver.
It's you.
might
and you
be-
don't even get to qualify for the second circle.
Like, this is true. I don't qualify for the first circle. I was just forced to watch people play Call of Duty because I have friends who got obsessed with that bullshit. Luckily, none of them, one of them I don't speak to anymore, and the other one is definitely not listening to this.
Is it because he got shot?
No, he did the shooting.
Oh,
God damn.
No, from what I've heard, he's a racist piece of shit now.
Oh, wow.
At
that
least
got
the
dark
school
real fucking
wasn't
quick.
involved. So.
Censored.
Cut that right there.
I'm cutting that
Censored.
out. Yes, every time. Every time
Censored.
goes in, cut.
How many
Censored.
can we get in?
Censored.
Yeah, there's another one.
All right, cool.
That one wasn't me. That was Ethan.
Yes.
That way you can learn the differences between our
censored.
Yes, for all the people that want to learn our
censored,
which you won't hear because I'll cut them out.
Yeah, it's like jazz. It's like the
censored
that you don't hear.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
not loud enough. That's not
the notes you
gunfire.
don't play. It's
censored.
I'm driving us off the fucking rails again.
which is funny because I'm supposed to be behind the wheel.
Yeah, which is really funny because I'm the one who has to get up early in the morning to go to work.
This is what we like to call in the business cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Oh man.
We leave off with the tree at the bottom of the staircase.
I ascend the,
Yeah,
I
let's go
ascend
up
the
the fucking
staircase,
staircase.
with my short dwarf legs.
All right.
Short dwarf legs. Okay. You guys feel like you walk up about like 5 stories of the staircase. You don't really see anything until you get to about like the 6th story. You see that there's a landing that leads into a door. However, the staircase continues to spiral up.
Every story, I'm probably like, I'm 2.5 feet tall.
I will use
5 stories.
I will use my ultra hand and I will grab him to float him in the air, and then I technically have that with telekinesis. Are you okay with me holding you with telekinesis? So
Sure, I'll be a flying kobold.
More hovering.
I'll be a hovering kobold.
Speaking of another ability that we probably should have been using that I didn't, I can cast Arcane Eye at will. Is it like a doorway, or is it something that we have to open, or is it just
It has a doorknob?
Has a doorknob.
Yeah. Imagine like a 10 foot by 10 foot like landing.
I once had a bread box that had a doorknob, so we can't trust that it's a door.
Yeah.
It could be a giant bread box.
Yeah.
I hope there's garlic bread inside.
I took one level of sorcerer so I can cast knock. So I'm kidding. I didn't do that.
I knock on the door.
I was about to say, fuck, we could have multi-classed.
Yeah,
We could have.
If
but
we had all
didn't.
taken knock, we could have knocked 3 times on the ceiling. If you want.
Thanks, Tony Orlando.
Yeah, there you go. I had to do that. All right,
censored.
Jay, cut that.
Okay. And so the whole episode never aired.
We found them at the
I walk up to the door.
Okay, you walk up
My
to the
passive perception is 25.
You can see that it is a door.
All right.
It is currently
I
closed.
place-
Definitely a door.
I place my hand on the doorknob.
Okay.
Perception is also what I can feel, hear, smell, and taste. What other senses are going on right now?
You perceive that as you're holding a doorknob.
All right. I open the door.
Okay, you open the door, and you find yourself in like almost like a mess hall, kind of. It's a very, very long, very wide room. I'd say it's about 120 feet by 80 feet, and on all the tables and chairs seem to be like vacant. So like nothing is on there, not even tablecloths or anything like that, except for a table at the very end. There seems to be a lot of food placed in there. Like imagine like a Hogwarts style like feast. Like dinner feast, imagine that amount of food.
Can I sub that for Fusion Buffet's buffet line?
You find the Fusion buffet line.
I will have some of the chicken and broccoli, some of the sesame chicken, some plain white rice.
Okay.
And I would like 5 pieces of Philadelphia roll sushi.
Do you have like whatever to get rid of poison? A spell to get rid of poison, because we might need that.
I have create food and water. We don't even need to eat this shit.
Yeah.
I eat the food because I want something to happen. Hopefully it's not gastrointestinal problems.
Yeah.
I ate the rice. They don't charge me for it.
There you go.
I don't eat the rice. I'm joking.
Okay. So Durgan, as you're eating this food, like no caution out of the air, no caution whatsoever. You're just munching on this food.
Yeah.
You feel yourself start to be like revitalized.
Okay.
Like you almost have this like 2nd, 3rd, 4th wind come through you, and you feel as if
Oh wow, you went through all of them really quick.
There you go.
you feel as if you are rejuvenated with health.
All right. I start singing Grandmaster Flash's White Lines.
Okay, you do so as you are consuming this food. You now get the effect of taking a long rest.
All right. I make sure I've eaten all of the food so they get none of it. That'd be funny to me, because especially the 2-foot one that keeps barking. I need to sleep because I'm a little guy.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that wasn't said on a microphone, but that's fine. You know what? I don't need spells. Fuck you.
Roll me a.
You're not going to get healed anymore because I don't got those spells anymore right now.
Constitution save. My apologies.
27.
27.
That's two above your perception.
Yeah, I know.
Two above your perception, yeah. As you just keep eating this food, you do not feel yourself get full whatsoever. Almost as if you feel like, oh, I'm full. Oh, I'm rejuvenated. Oh, I'm full. Oh, I'm rejuvenated. You just keep
Is it because I'm pooping that fast? Am I just processing and just pooping?
However, you see that no matter how much food you're eating, it just keeps getting replaced.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
If I wanted to be a dick and break the game, I could cast Foresight on myself, eat this, get that spell slot back, and then cast Foresight on somebody else.
Sir.
What's stopping you?
Why aren't you doing that?
Sure.
All right.
What is Foresight?
It's a 9th level spell that gives me basically advantage on everything, and everybody who attacks me disadvantage to attack me.
I like more along the lines of it's like if I could cast global thermonuclear bomb and then eat and then return to it. It's like what
That's
the fuck?
Basically
yeah.
Is it what's the duration on that? Do you know?
8 hours.
8 hours. Okay, cool.
Well,
8 hours and 1 minute later, the boss shows back up at home.
I can
we can fight him.
I can cast gate here, leave it here, eat, and then we can just leave whenever.
Oh man.
We found
dicks are just breaking his game.
I'm definitely gonna eat.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat.
I need to have my health back and my spell slots. So
See, everyone gets the effect of a long rest. So all spell slots, all health points, all hit dice are restored.
Awesome.
And all that. So, huzzah! Y'all have been healed.
Awesome.
Sweet.
I give a tip to the person cleaning the table.
Okay,
at the fusion buffet.
You leave a couple of gold coins on the buffet.
Anyone
silver? I'm not that generous.
Anyone have a bag of holding to throw some of this food into?
Oh,
this is like one of the first times I've never taken a bag of holding with a character.
Same.
Yeah,
I didn't care for it.
Like even in one shots, I'll still get the bag of holding just because.
That's because we don't care if we make it out of this alive.
Yeah.
It's that point in Skyrim when you get to the point of where gold doesn't mean anything anymore.
I think that's one of the reasons why in Breath of the Wild everything, and now Tears of the King, everything breaks so fast is because they don't want you to just be able to stockpile everything and always have an answer.
Right.
Yeah, but I also want to use a sword more than two times.
Yeah. No, I get it's fixing a problem by creating a wholly different and in the opposite direction problem. Right.
Yeah, it's overcorrecting. It's the Gothazar Harvester of
I was surprised you didn't lead off on like a 20-minute rant just on that. And if we go any further, this game will never end.
Yeah, this is true.
The only doorway in this room is the one that you came into that goes back into the spiral staircase.
Okay, let's go back out that way.
Okay.
Oh, there might be something in here though, right? There might be like a hidden door.
Well, Mr. 25% passive perception. Let's go ahead and let's do some perceiving.
GM, I have a passive perception of 25.
Okay. I'll say you don't passively see anything. So if you're trying to look for anything hidden, like a hidden door, I'd say you have to roll an investigation check.
Okay. That is a 13.
I'm unfortunately you're like patting the walls, like checking under the tables and chairs. You don't really see anything.
I cast True Sight.
Okay, you cast True Sight on yourself. Nothing.
Once again,
it's just an ordinary
dwarven eyes prove
buffet.
to be just as good as the mystic's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It is just an ordinary buffet line.
An ordinary buffet line
in the middle of an extraplanar fortress, in the middle of literally nowhere. I go back to the staircase.
Okay,
I ascend. I use my telekinesis so that he doesn't have to walk.
Sure.
Right. It feels as if y'all are going on for eternity until you get to the very top of the staircase, and there's another 10 by 10 landing that with another door.
All right.
That also has a doorknob.
All right. I approach the door.
You approach the door, yes.
Open the door, and then I can use my arcane eye to look in there and see.
I open the door.
You open the door.
Okay.
Arcane eye out.
Well, does something happen when he opens the door?
Yes, he opens the door.
Okay.
Okay, that's what happens.
Yes.
The door opens.
The door opens.
You see a very similar hallway as to the ones that you came into the building with. But instead, at the end of the hallway, it goes into this staircase that almost feels as if it goes up to the roof.
This motherfucker really likes stairs.
Now, however, you also see that there's
he made this turtle proof.
Mm-hmm.
You also see that there's a door on the left-hand side about halfway down this hallway.
Okay.
Does any of this shit look magical or anything?
With your true sight, you can detect magical presence.
You see things how they actually are.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a high-powered spell.
Yeah.
It lasts an hour.
Yeah. You see that there's some kind of magical presence with the door.
The door is magical.
Yes.
All right.
I say that.
I'm gonna use my arcane eye to look around. It can go like 30 feet around, and just what it sees, I see. Do I see anything out of the ordinary?
No.
Okay.
Nothing ordinary. Nothing unordinary.
Okay.
Cast detect evil and good, so I can see if there's malice behind the magical door.
You don't really detect any good or evil behind the door.
The door is neutral, magical.
Yes.
I approach the door.
Okay, you approach the door.
Passive perception already established.
Yes. You perceive that it is a door.
All right, I open the door.
Okay, you open the door, and just from where you're standing, looking into the room, it feels as if it doesn't belong to the entirety of the building. When you look in, you see that the all you see is like a vanity on one side of the room, a couple of dressers, and a bed up against the center wall, up against the wall, that has this like floral postings, like bedposts, very elegant, very pristine and well kept, almost as if it does not belong to the owner of this building.
This is interesting.
Yes.
Turtle, what do you make of it?
Does it look out of place for any reason, like magically?
When you get up to the,
Is any of this illusion? Is what I'm saying.
it is not an illusion. However, when you get up to the doorpost, what you can see that the others can't is that almost this like protective barrier, like in the doorway.
There's a barrier in the doorway, like a magical barrier of some kind.
Yes.
Hmm.
Roll me an Arcana check, please.
19.
With your knowledge of the arcane and your true sight, you can detect that this is a wall of force that's within this doorway.
A wall of force. I say that in passing out to both of the other characters.
Unfortunately, I forgot to take Dispel Magic.
From what you can detect, it's almost as if someone is wanting to prevent people from going inside of this room.
That would make sense. This is a wall of force.
Yeah. I would assume so.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Anti-Magic Field on myself so that both Durgan and Shadow can get within like 5 feet of me, and we can just like walk through the force.
Okay, so from what Durgan and Shadowblade see, Turtle like puts his hands up against the like the breastplate of his turtle shell, and you almost feel like a magical aura like extends from it, as if the shell is like growing in size. And as you guys are embodied inside of it, you can see that the wall kind of like disappears momentarily.
While the anti-magic field is active, all magical items are mundane.
Do they gain that back afterwards?
I would assume so, but I don't know.
As soon as the anti-magic field is gone.
In 5th edition, they do. Yeah. In 3rd edition,
Nope.
They were wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They changed that because people hate that shit.
Yeah.
Those are WMMDs, Weapons of Magical Mass Destruction.
So yeah, whenever the anti-magic field is suppressed, all magical weapons and properties gain those attributes back.
Okay.
That also applies to your hexblade, though.
It applies to everything.
My hexblade is not summoned at the time, so
yeah.
I wouldn't have it summoned.
I'll keep up the duration as long as I need to, and they could just move away from me if they need to, in case we need it again, so I don't have to cast again because it's for an hour.
Yeah. I'd say this is about a 30 by 30 foot room. So.
Okay.
All right. So we go through.
Okay. So you guys are in the room, and as you guys are in there, and you like take a little bit more time to like look around, you see there's a lot more like more feminine than you would expect.
Okay.
With all the like the floral designs on the bedposts, the way the fact that there's a vanity on one side of the wall, some very floral dressers on the other side. You can see that this is a very feminine room.
I'll walk over to the dresser and start like opening drawers and shit.
Okay. As you're going and you're opening the doors, you just see nothing but feminine clothing.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. This is where he would hold a princess of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Durgan, with your 25 perception, you also find a closet on beside the vanity.
Hello, a closet.
Oh, shit. That's some good perception. You can see that closet.
Yeah, thank God.
Yes. You open a closet, and much like the dresser with feminine clothing, you see nothing but like elegant gowns and dresses all hung up.
This motherfucker just wants to have wall of force on doors for no reason then. Like, why was this
it wasn't like the backstory, like he had a girl or some shit. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Because I didn't bother writing this down.
I didn't write anything
Did he fall in love with a girl, fallen once and most completely?
Because this is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world. And though she looks so sad and lonely there, I absolutely love her.
When she
smiles.
Yeah.
It's going to be 1 o'clock before we finish this.
I want to punch the guy in the face just for having a wall of force over a fucking random fucking room. I don't give a shit.
I gather up several of the dresses and throw them out in the hallway in the hopes that they become magical all of a sudden.
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
I'll take one of the dresses and wipe my ass on it.
They are ordinary clothes.
This man is mad now. Go down and have a candy bar at the feast. You're
not you when you're hungry.
Have a Snickers turtle. Because right now you're Jody.
I'm always Jody.
Yeah.
I'm back.
He is
with anger. Seriously, take the dresser and just dump it over.
Jesus, man. You got some anger issues.
As soon as you do that, all three of you start to hear a voice in your head is like, why would you do that?
Why would you have a magical shield over a door in a room that has nothing in it?
You made this man waste an 8th level spell.
That's why I'm angry.
And we didn't get any cool stuff.
I didn't tell him to do so.
I like how the guy started like, why would you do that? And it's like, I didn't tell him to do that. Like, what the fuck? It went from very calm and collected to like Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, like there was this is some chick that he was pining after. She died or some shit. I don't know. It's not as dark and tragic of a backstory as mine, so I really don't care.
Yeah. Or Mr. Freeze's.
You guys aren't even ready for my dark and tragic backstory.
I've done some pretty fucking annoying shit as a DM. This is pretty much up there. This is something I would have done. This is why I'm irritated.
Karma. Yeah. It's a motherfucker.
He got you.
Arcane lock on a door to nothing.
You get nothing, sir. Good day.
All right, fuck this room.
Let's, I guess, walk through the... Watch there be like something like that we missed, like this really fucking important, and it's gonna come back to bite us. Because all we did was piss this guy off. Now
I looked through all the drawers in the dresser, through the dresser on the ground. On the ground, Jay looked in the closet. Yeah. We looked under
he threw it on the ground.
Looked under the bed.
He threw the rest of the dresser too.
That's right. Happy
Welcome
birthday
to the real world, jackass.
Happy birthday to the ground.
Yeah.
No matter. Throughout all the rampage, no matter how much time,
now it's a rampage. Doing, Jesus Christ!
You find nothing that could be of importance. You after everything's like wrecked on the ground and everything's turned over on his side. You realize this is just an ordinary.
We should start a fire in this room and just leave.
Jesus, man.
Go for it.
No, I'm kidding.
We're not gonna do
It's not my house, and I'm not your father, so you do whatever you want.
Fuck your couch.
Yeah, so he does a fuck your couch, which is he gets his shoes all muddied up and he goes on the couch in the room.
You can buy another one, motherfucker.
Yeah. Fuck yo couch. Yeah. It's great. So he fucks the couch.
I do not fuck the couch.
He fucks yo couch. Fuck yo couch.
Your voice. Please don't fuck with the couch.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with the couch.
Yeah.
Fuck your couch.
Watch this.
Watch this. They should have never gave you money, sorcerer.
And so he does a dragon suplex on the couch.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega style, so the couch's neck breaks.
God damn.
So you have officially trashed this room.
Yes.
God, we're so gonna get fucked over by this fucking.
I don't give a shit.
I continue on.
You continue on.
Well, he has to wait until me.
You cannot leave.
Yeah.
I just slowly walk into the wall of force, knowing that I'm not getting anywhere, but I'm trying to suggest passive aggressively to get out of here.
I say, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we walk through.
You walk through, and as soon as you guys,
I turn around and flip the door off before we continue on.
Okay. You flip the door
God,
off,
Jody,
off the
who hurt
hinges.
you?
I hate doors.
All right. So you have a broken door somewhere in the hallway.
A door ran out on my mama. I've had a grudge ever since.
And the only thing
Went out for cigarettes and never came back.
I've seen this son of a bitch door walk children no older than 18 to their deaths in Nam.
The only thing that remains in this hallway is the staircase that possibly leads up to the roof.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the roof.
Go.
Okay.
Okay, first, I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis,
Okay.
which gives me 25 temporary hit points, and when anything hits me, it's going to take cold damage. So.
I will stay 11 feet away from Brady so his spell doesn't fizzle.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, I'm doing this away from his stupid ass anti-magic field, which is for some reason still up.
I mean, it's 8th level, man.
Yeah.
If we get up there and we need it, we're fucked.
Yeah, he needs to get that hour done with.
This is true, I guess.
He has to get some use out of that spell.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to have my Hexblade summoned. So.
You have your Hexblade summoned.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Within or out of?
Outside, everything that I fucking do is going to. I'm not an idiot.
He specifically.
Well, I have an 8 intelligence, so I might be a little bit of an idiot, but I know magic.
He specifically
said
not going to fucking summon the thing inside the anti-magic field because it can't.
I also said I was staying 11 feet away from him.
He's like Call Blade and then nothing.
Yeah. 11 feet in a radius, however you want to.
Which I mean, if we look at it, I might actually still be able to summon that thing it just won't be magical while it's in there.
So you guys walk up the staircase. It's not as long as long of a hike than the spiral.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a story tall staircase, but it leads out into the rooftop. And on this rooftop, you instead of the like dull gray sky that you saw back in the desert, back in Waterdeep, and all the other planes that you guys traveled to.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you see a wide bright sky filled with stars in the sky. You look around and you see nothing but stars.
Mm.
Oh,
the sky is full of stars.
And all around the rooftop, you see all these massive, like almost like Tesla coils of sorts, that, with like energy like arcing from each one, all the way to this large like green obelisk at the very end of the roof, where this green energy beacon is emitting from.
This is probably the source of all the bullshit sky stuff.
And in front of this obelisk, you see a robed figure with like a quarterstaff to his side.
Oh, interesting.
Cool.
Quarterstaffs.
He turns around and you start to feel like it's just a regular human. It's just a normal man. You see the other side of his face and you see that it's almost like all skeleton.
Oh.
Gross.
Like his face is like drooping a little bit. There's a large amount of flesh missing from it. You see his actual like cheekbones and his eye sockets.
Oh man, Cannibal Corpse. This is good. I wanted to get some death metal in this.
We should have taken the side quest of finding a phylactery.
He speaks to y'all. Why did you wreck the room?
He did it, not me.
Yeah,
it did nothing to you.
Sure it did.
Why didn't you just leave it in peace?
He just really hates doors, man. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Why do you think we're here? The room should be like the least of your worries.
That room is all of my worries.
Well, I guess you should probably send for the maid then.
Then, hey, if that's all your worries, then maybe you should, stop with all the sky business.
This sky business you speak of
Yes.
is the only way I can get her back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. That's really
better.
dark and edgy, but that's not as dark and edgy as me, so I don't like that.
Do you why okay, like I apologize. Why do you need to make it bad on everyone else to get your girl back?
Abigail was all that I had.
Okay.
Abigail was the one that brought me peace.
Oh.
When I lost her in this vast sea.
Have you tried Bumble?
See, that one's
Tinder.
hard. That one's more difficult for him because the girls have to accept him. So,
okay.
yeah.
Don't try Bumble. They may not like you.
Abigail is the only one for me. I would stop at nothing to get Abigail back.
Did she
leave me at peace?
Okay, but here's the problem. If you destroy the other planes, then no, we can't let you do that, man. I'm sorry. Have you considered Grindr? Like, do you want to change it up?
I grow tired of your resilience. I will not be stopped.
Shouldn't you be tired of my insolence?
That too.
Okay. You're a wizard, so you're involved in metaphysics. So you're kind of like a scientist, which makes sense. I was an English major. That's why I'm an entertainer and not the best thief in the world. But that's okay.
An entertainer, you say?
Yes.
Entertain this.
Entertain what?
And as soon as he says
oh,
that,
no, he's using a ball of magic.
Oh,
shit. As soon as he says that, you all see this like large shadow kind of pass over the rooftop as a large being like drops into the dead center of the roof, and you see a large black dragon in front of you, ready, like snarling its teeth, ready to attempt to kill you.
Okay.
I need initiative, please.
There we go. Just use the one for baby wormling, and because it's all the same stats no matter what age they're.
Okay, there we go.
Of course, I dispel the anti-magic field for reasons.
Okay. Probably because you want to light this motherfucker on fire.
Yeah, you're right.
Durgan, what did you get?
18.
Shadowblade?
22.
Turtle?
7.
Okay. We start off with Shadowblade. You're about 30 feet away from this dragon. The rooftop is 120 feet long, about 50 feet wide, with Tesla coils that people could behind.
All right, let's spend my 8th level Arcanum to cast Dominate Monster on the Black Dragon. So it has to make a Wisdom saving throw of 19. Or is charmed by me, and then I can use a telepathic link to command it.
Said wisdom.
Wisdom.
It is going to use one of its legendary resistances to save.
All right. Well, I tried, guys.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I got more tricks.
More tricks, you say?
Yep.
Okay.
Lots of tricks.
That's my turn.
We go to Durgan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. How far away is the wizard dude?
From where you guys are, I would say he is about... I'd say he's about 90 feet away from y'all.
90 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. And the dragon is 30 feet?
Yes.
All right, that's my turn.
Durgan, you're up.
I shall move up to the dragon and stab him.
Okay. Make a roll to hit.
17.
17 does not hit.
Okay.
Anything else you would like to do?
That's it.
Okay. We go to the black dragon. The black dragon turns to you as you have just attempted to strike it.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you with a snarl.
Mm-hmm.
He's grimacing his teeth. And he lets out this monstrous roar.
Okay.
I need all three of you to make a wisdom saving throw. Unless anyone is immune to being frightened.
I am not.
I have advantage on that.
Okay.
Because I'm a kobold.
Yep.
Nat 20.
Nice.
25.
28.
All right. All three of you saved on his frightful presence, and all three of you are now immune to this dragon's frightful presence for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. And the dragon is going to attack Durgan 3 times, 1 with its bite and 2 times with its claws.
Okay.
So the metal die will be its bite. The non-metal will be its claws. Okay. The bite is going to be a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
So it goes in with its bite. He as he went up to attack it, you know that you attacked and it hit him. So you're like, okay, well then my arm is just here. He goes to latch onto the arm. You take 14 piercing damage and 7 acid damage. And as it goes to get its claws at you, you kind of you move your arm away from after it bit you, grimacing at the burning sensation from the acid.
Okay.
And it misses with one of its claws stuck in between one of the tiles of the roof, so it's unable to get you with its second attack.
Oh, okay.
We go to Eleander at the very end of the roof. He's not really doing anything at the moment. He's just he's just observing everything from right now. And what he's doing, he's stepping to the side so that way he can just observe more, tend to his Tesla coils and whatnot. So he's choosing to not do anything for right now. We go to Turtle.
I cast Banishment on the dragon.
Banishment.
DC is 18 charisma.
18 charisma. It saves.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. We go back to the top with Shadow.
For my action, we're going to thunder step 90 feet towards the wizard dude. He's going to have to make a Constitution saving throw or take 5d10 of thunder damage, or half as much on a failed.
Which save did you say it was?
It's a Constitution.
And what's the save?
19.
It is going to use a legendary resistance to make the save.
So it's going to take half damage.
So he takes 14 damage.
You said it's thunder?
Yes.
Okay.
He takes 14 damage. I'm going to use my my bonus action to put the Hexblade's Curse on him.
So you were 90 feet away from him. You thunderstepped 90 feet towards him?
90 feet, yeah.
Okay, got you. So you're right on top of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got you. All right. After Shadow, we go to Durgan. Durgan and the Dragon.
All right, bonus action disengage towards the Lich. Then I will activate my Boots of Speed, and I will do 50 feet towards him, try to get within 5-foot range of him so I can attack him.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. 16.
16. You feel like you're with the wind. You disengage from the dragon. You're running. You feel like you're not about to make it. You click your boots together. You just get enough speed just so that you can get it. You go to thrust your blade, and it misses as it catches the over seams of his robe.
Okay.
We go to the dragon. Seeing how the warlock and the thief escaped him, the only one that remains is the kobold in front of him.
Tiamat spits in your general direction. For the audience, I flipped off the air.
Yep. The arrow that was pointed towards Ethan.
That's right. If you really wanted to get me, it would have been a magical flying door.
Yeah.
The Durgan is going to make the dragon, not Durgan. Yeah. The dragon is going to make a bite attack and 2 claw attacks at you.
Okay.
The bite is going to be a 27 to hit, and the claws is going to be a 23 and a 29 to hit.
Oh yeah, all those hit me.
Okay, so let's get the bite first. That is going to be 11 piercing and 7 acid damage for the bite. 27 slashing damage for the claws.
Okay.
And then it is going to use its movement to fly over to where Eleander is being surrounded by Durgan and Shadowblade. After the dragon, we go to Eleander. Okay, it is going to attempt to make a spell attack up against Shadowblade.
Cool.
That is going to be a 25 to hit, sir. That hits. Okay. It is using its paralyzing touch. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
This is a spell attack?
Yes.
Okay. With a 9.
You're going to take 8 cold damage, and as he like grabs you, he kind of like pulls away from you, almost and as he pulls away from you, you feel yourself start to like stiffen up from having this cold chill coming over you. You're paralyzed for the next minute. At the end of your turn, you can repeat the saving throw. After Eleander, we go to Turtle.
It's a great restoration of touch spell.
Unfortunately. Seems like a waste of spell. Okay, here's what I'm going to do.
All right.
Move 30 feet.
Okay.
Close to where everything else is happening.
Okay, so you're 60 feet away from everyone.
Yeah. Then I'm going to cast Banishment on the dragon.
Okay, gotcha. 19 charisma, correct?
18.
It rolled a 15 naturally.
That's probably going to pass for a dragon, I would assume.
And it does pass.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I'm going to get close enough eventually.
Okay.
So.
He's going to waylay me before then, though.
Well, I can do mass heal if I can't get close enough to actually remove the static effect.
Right, we go to Shadowblade. You are paralyzed, so you can repeat the saving throw.
16.
16 does not make it.
Okay. Fucker.
Okay. We go to Durgan. Shall roll to hit
if
the
I knew we were
necromancer.
fighting a lich and a dragon, I would have broken
Prepared
the game.
differently.
20. Yeah.
I would have broken the game.
does hit.
8 damage.
8 damage. A mighty stab to the undead wizard. Math am hard. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We go to the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon comes up right behind you, Durgan. As you've just stabbed its master, it goes in for its attacks. A reminder: 1 bite, 2 claws. The bite is going to be 27 to hit. 1 claw is going to be a 19 to hit. And a 25 to hit. So for the bite, there's going to be 10 piercing and 8 acid damage. And for both of the claw attacks, it is going to be 21 slashing damage. All right. At the end of the dragon's turn, the Eleander, he is going to use he's going to use a legendary action. After you took the 2 claw attacks from the dragon, you kind of turn around and face towards Eleander, as he's absorbing all this energy around him, almost like he's taking it in away from both you and Shadow. I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
7.
This is the Constitution saving throw?
Correct.
Okay, I can still actually roll this one. 22.
Okay. Durgan, you will fail the roll. Shadow, you will save as he's using legendary action Disrupt Life. Durgan, you're going to take 17 necrotic damage.
Oh.
And Shadow, you will take 9.
All right. I am at 0.
Okay, so you're at 0. You're not dead. You're just unconscious. Right. As you feel this life being taken away from you, you just simply go unconscious and you're knocked onto the ground.
Okay.
You don't have to make death saves until either the dragon or the lich or some external force takes you below 0.
Okay.
So right now you're just stabilized on the ground. Okay. We now go to Eleander and his turn. He's going to use some of his movement to walk away, and he is going to cast a spell on Shadow. Shadow, I would like for you to make another Constitution saving roll.
It's a 6.
Right, that will fail as Eleander is casting Blight on you. Find all my die. There it is. You take 41 necrotic damage from this one.
Well then, remind me what necrotic damage does.
It's just a different type of damage.
Damage type. Like if I had a resistance to that, that's where it would apply there. If I had a vulnerability to it, it would apply there too.
Yes.
41.
Yes, 41.
There's no, to my knowledge, there is no extra system stuff like because it was necrotic, something else happened with it.
Gotcha.
Unless a spell specifies in the damage.
Gotcha.
It's just another damage type.
Right. Okay.
Like it doesn't lower your
you could
maximum.
be like resistant to necrotic damage or like weak to necrotic damage.
Gotcha.
So you can double it.
Gotcha.
There are some spells that say when you take this necrotic damage, your maximum life total is reduced by this much until you take a long rest. But unless a spell specifies this, then yeah, it's just another damage form.
Yeah.
Okay.
After Eleander, we go to Turtle.
I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds on myself, Shadow, Durgan, and Eleander, just in case. Just in case. All right. At level 9.
Level 9, you got you.
Okay. Probably not.
I don't think liches work like that in 5th
Probably
edition.
not, but I'm doing it anyway.
Cool.
All right.
Because it's up to 6. All right. So give me just a second because I got to roll half these dice and then the other half here, and then I got to add them up. So
Gotcha.
Piss poor. 36. I rolled some ones. Everybody heal 36.
After everyone is healed, Eleander looks at you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Would you like to use some of your movement to head towards them?
I'll move 30 feet towards them again.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I'm within 30 feet of them now.
Okay. We go to Shadow. You're still paralyzed, so you can make the Constitution saving throw.
I'll get you on my turn, buddy.
16.
16, unfortunately, does not save. We go to Durgan. You have been healed, and you find yourself awake on the ground.
Get up, and I stab Eleander.
Okay. Eleander has moved away from you.
That is a critical failure.
All right. So you miss the attack. It is now the Durgan's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Durgan is gonna.
Yeah, every time you say Durgan, I'm going to go again.
The dragon's turn.
Thank you. I'm just saying that.
Your Durgan. It's the Durgan.
If you say
the Durgan versus
if
the
I
Durgan.
if I hear Dur before the R, I'm going again.
The dragon. It is
okay.
The
there we go.
There
All
you
right.
go.
It's called elocution, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, give him a name and make it easier.
Yeah.
Carl goes first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
The
Carl's
dragon.
a llama.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
The dragon is gonna shake things up for a hot minute, It is going to use a tail attack against you, Durgan.
Okay, there we go. You can call me by my actual player name if it helps you.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
Okay, a 13 does hit, so it will whack you with its tail.
Oh wait, no, 15. I'm at 15.
Okay.
Excuse me, my bad. I thought I took the studded leather eventually, and so
gotcha.
it gives me +1.
Mm-hmm.
So I was,
all right. So
for some reason I was like scale mailing it. And I gave myself just 2.
We're ill-prepared adventurers at this high level.
Yes.
The Durgan miscalculated where you're going to be. You did not.
The Durgan miscalculated. Yes.
The dragon miscalculated.
No, the Durgan. I gave you the wrong number, so the Durgan actually miscalculated. You had it right the first time. Goddammit.
Everyone is miscalculating.
Yes.
You initially got hit, but then you were like, "Wait, I didn't get hit," and then time will be round.
Yeah.
And
there you go. Oh, I have time powers now that I don't know how to control yet. This is good.
We go to Eleander.
Eleander
is going to look at. Turtle. And it is going to cast a spell on you.
Oh, okay.
I would like for you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That is a 19.
19 does not save.
Of course not.
Okay, as you are also getting hit with a blight.
Mm-hmm.
You take 35 necrotic damage.
Okay.
We go to you, Turtle.
Yes. I go to Shadow and lay my hands on him in the name of Tiamat. Yeah, so whatever debilitating effects you have are gone.
You're no longer paralyzed.
If you had any sort of exhaustion, it would reduce it by 1. Let's see.
Greater restoration only does 1 exhaust. What a shit way to do that.
Exhaust sucks.
Yeah, exhaustion is like if you hate your players, you put exhaustion on them. Like it's really a it is they incredibly punishing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You can remove 1 level of exhaustion or one of the following. Any reduction to one of the target's ability scores, or 1 effect reducing the target's hit point maximum, or 1 curse including the target's attunement to a cursed item. Anyway, you're not paralyzed anymore.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, do you ever want to play Chult? Make sure you have someone that has create water, or else you're just going to take exhaustion.
Yeah, because the water's filthy.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
We go to Shadow, who is no longer paralyzed.
Fuck him up, man.
I'm within 5 feet of the fucking dragon, though, aren't I?
You are, yes.
Motherfucker. And he moved away.
Yes.
God damn it.
Eleander is 30 feet away from you.
Of course he is.
Okay.
What a Chad. I'm so used to 3.5 where like the NPCs and the player characters throw haymakers at each other one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Should have taken Relentless Hex and then I could teleport to the person that I have hexed.
Yeah. Should have picked a sorcerer, but then again, we would have been dead already.
Yeah.
One of my favorite like sorcerer builds is the Shadow Sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
We can teleport any up to like I want to say like 60 feet
Mm-hmm.
as long as there's dim light.
I had to explain to a no longer a friend of mine, but a friend at the time when we were playing a long ass time ago. Always ask me like, why do you play a sorcerer and not a wizard? I'm like, because sorcerers get more spells.
Yeah.
Sure, I gotta pick them, but I get them a lot of them.
Yeah. You don't have to spend gold and resources in order to.
Also true. But a lot of people don't keep up with that shit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can cast invisibility at will. So I'm going to do that and then move towards the wizard.
Okay.
He still gets to attack of opportunity, but is it disadvantage?
Yeah.
Also, pack tactics are in play right now.
Pack tactics only apply to you.
To me,
Yes.
Gotcha.
So the Durgans are going to attempt to make a bite attack at you at disadvantage.
All right, I'll have to do that other thing.
Does a unnatural 20 hit?
A what?
Unnatural 20.
That's your lowest?
Yes.
You rolled 2 20s?
Just 20 then.
Yes. Yeah. Does a 20 hit?
Yeah, so 20 hits.
Okay, so You're going to take 23 piercing damage and 3 acid damage.
So 26 altogether.
Yes.
And he's going to take 25 cold damage from Armor of Agathis.
Okay. As you said, cold damage? Yes. Okay. As the dragon takes this damage, you start to see it like shimmer almost as the dragon completely dissipates.
Oh.
Interesting. Magical dragons.
Oh my God. It was an imagined dragon.
Oh.
I'm waking.
I feel it in my bones. Bones, 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 bones. Welcome to the new bones. To the new bones. To the new bones.
Thunder?
Okay, so the dragon is dissipated and you're invisible and you've moved away from it.
Yes, I moved. And was he within? Yeah, because he would have to be within 30 feet for. So I'm going to get next to so I can attack.
Okay. So as you're moving close to Eleander is seeing exactly where you are.
Ah, okay. All right. Motherfucker just has true sight.
Oh my God. He has a passive perception of 25.
Oh shit.
Lewin's wrong. You have a higher passive than him.
I'm sure you do. He's a fucking lick. Or lich. Depending on how you want to pronounce it.
I'm a lick.
How's that flesh taste?
Luckily, my invisibility didn't cost me a spell slot because I can cast it at will.
That's good.
I was going to drop it anyway when I fucking attack him. Now I know not to cast blur on myself. So
yeah, that would be very annoying. What's happening?
That was my whole action because I
was it? Okay.
Because casting invisibility.
I'm going to have fun editing this one.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, you are.
We go to Durgan.
I shall attack him.
Okay. He shall attack him.
That is a 26.
26 hits.
I'm within 5 feet of him, so you get sneak attack now, too.
You do get sneak attack, yes.
Okay, so that is 5 so far.
Okay. You get hidden sneak attack.
Hidden sneak attack. Not really hidden, because maybe a little hidden.
12, 14, 19, 25, 27, and 30. 30 total.
Nice. Good stuff.
You said you... What kind of weapon are you using?
I'm using a short sword for piercing damage.
Okay. Is it a magical weapon?
It is not a magical weapon.
All right,
This fucker's got DR. Of course he does.
All right.
Undead, the high level boss, and has legendary abilities, so yes.
Yeah, I would assume so.
After Durgan, the dragon is no longer existing. We go to Eleander. Eleander is going to look at you, Durgan, and he's going to simply reach out and touch you. 30 to hit.
Yes.
All right, I would like a Constitution saving throw, please.
11.
11 fails. Do you have resistance to being paralyzed?
No.
Okay, you are paralyzed for the next minute.
Okay.
As you take 6 cold damage.
Most of my warlock fuckery isn't gonna hurt. Isn't gonna work on this guy.
Of course it isn't. Most of my fuckery's not going to work on him either.
So Durgan is now paralyzed. We go to Eleander.
Okay.
Eleander's kind of like observing everything.
Was that a legendary action for him to paralyze me?
No, yeah, you just.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That was his action.
Apologies. That
Quite
was
all right.
Eleander's turn to use his paralyzing touch. We go to Turtle.
39. Mass cure wounds. I went ahead and rolled it to try and. So 30. Everybody gained 39. I didn't touch Mr. No Touchy.
Not Mr. Touchy, gotcha.
Yeah.
But why not?
Oh, fuck off. Also, as bonus action, Draconic Roar. We have advantage.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Okay, so after Turtle, is that the end of your turn? Or
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Gotcha. We go to Shadow.
All right. Let's attack this motherfucker. Okay. Ooh. That is a nat 20.
Nice.
So that is 23. I'm gonna separate these out because I'm feeling I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this guy is probably resistant to necrotic damage. So it's going to be this first attack is going to be 23 magical slashing damage and 5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
All right, and the other one is a 25.
This is 2 separate attacks?
Yeah, I get 2 attacks every time I attack.
What was the roll on the second attack?
This is 25. The first one was a nat 20.
Okay, gotcha. And this is you rolling.
Yeah, I basically get 2 attacks. Like
okay.
Yeah,
25 hits.
25 hits. This is going to be 27 slashing, 5 necrotic.
Jay, can I request something?
What's up?
Can you hit the air horn button? There you go, thank you. 69 damage. So that's
nice.
That's why. So
there we go.
Nice.
You know that was the appropriate use of that.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Very, very solid blows. We go to Durgan.
Roll for unparalysis.
Yep.
No, 7.
Okay. He is going to use his legendary action to do the disrupting life. All 3 of you need to make Constitution saving throws, please.
11.
That will fail.
17.
17 fails.
4.
4 also fails. All 3 of you will take 18 necrotic damage.
Okay.
We now go to Eleander. Eleander, he's noticing the wounds that he's taken on, and quite frankly, he is getting tired of these childish games he would claim them to be. He's going to look at Shadow. And he simply raises his finger towards you, and you see this greenish beam come from the point of his finger.
Fickle finger of fate.
As it zaps towards you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, let's try a counter spell to stop that.
Okay, what level are you casting it at?
It would be at 5 since I'm a warlock.
Okay.
But if it's higher than that, then it's a DC 10 plus the then I have to if it's
DC 10 plus the spell level. It's
then I have to make an
tempting.
ability check. Yeah, DC equals 10 plus the spells level.
Yeah. I would ask. I would need you to roll.
Would ability check just be on my charisma? It'd be like a saving. Would it be like a saving throw?
It
just says ability check.
Ability check. It would be your charisma modifier.
Okay, my charisma modifier. So it's whatever plus.
What is the DC?
The DC is 17.
17.
I'll find it.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So the counterspell fails as you're being targeted by a finger of death.
All right. What is the? I guess since I'm hitting,
con
what
save.
I would
con
like
save?
you to make a con save.
Motherfucker. I failed it.
Okay. You're going to take 54 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Wunderbar.
That will be the end of Eleander's turn. So we go to Turtle.
51 points of damage.
What are you doing?
Mass cure wounds at level 7.
He's going to counterspell it.
Okay.
I technically would not have known what spell level you're going to do it, so I would just say 3rd level counterspell, and he will have to roll for it.
Okay, so what would I have to? What?
So I would have
you
to.
have
roll.
to.
He has to roll to break it.
All right.
It successfully counters your spell.
Fucker. Bonus action, Draconic Roar.
Okay.
Cool.
That's my turn.
Right, we go to Shadow.
All right. We're going to hit this motherfucker again. Another 20 on the first attack.
Yes. Natural 20s everywhere. Critical hits.
All right, fucker.
All right. Are you able to bring Eleander down?
24 slashing, 5 necrotic. It's always going to be 5 necrotic, basically, on top of whatever I do. That's the first attack. Second attack is a 26 for 16 slashing, 5 necrotic. No, that's it.
Okay. We go to Durgan.
10.
You're still paralyzed.
Yes.
we go to Eleander. Eleander is going to look at Turtle and says, "I'm tired of you."
I'm beyond tired of you, fucker. You can suck Tiamat's tit.
He is going to attempt to cast a spell.
Sure. Attempt away.
Would you like to counterspell his spell?
I do not have access to that spell.
Shadowblade, would you like to attempt to counterspell his spell?
I feel like is he baiting me to use my last spell slot?
I'm just asking if you
probably.
That's fair. That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
You might want to keep
enough.
the cleric alive.
Yeah, we will try and counterspell that. It's going to be level 5.
Okay. Attempt to roll, please.
All right. Sorry, man. Did all good.
It's all good.
Okay. You are also getting a Finger of Death.
Okay, cool.
Constitution save.
No.
You take 62 necrotic damage.
Okay.
All right. We go to Turtle.
I'm going to move to Durgan and cast Greater Restoration.
Eleander is going to attempt to counterspell it using a 5th level spell slot.
Okay.
Is Greater Restoration 5th level spell, or are you casting at a higher spell level?
I'm casting it at 6.
Okay, so he will have to roll.
Yeah. I have to cast it at 6. I'm out of 5th level spells.
The spell is successfully countered.
Wonderful. Bonus action, Draconic Roar, I guess.
Okay.
Just in case.
Let's just blow.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
We go back to Shadow.
All right. Let's wail on this motherfucker some more. Okay, that's the same thing. So, 26.
That does hit.
For 18 slashing, 5 necrotic. And
How do you kill him?
Huh?
How do you kill him?
oh, sweet. So I do like a spinning flourish, and I as he's trying to pull back, I duck down and come up under him, and I pull my blade in, and I whisper in his ear, "This is what you get for trying to be edgier than I am."
All the while, My Chemical Romance's Helena plays.
Yeah. Burning out just like a light.
As
Try to accelerate. I don't know the rest of the words of that song. I like the song, I just don't know the rest of it.
I'm not going to take away your Thunder Shadow, but I will scream out, "Where's your counter spell now, bitch?"
And Durgan goes,
Counter spell this sword, you fucker.
Parry this, casual.
Get good.
As you have the blade in him, and after you deliver that line, he says, "Good luck escaping." And in the back, where the green obelisk is, the beacon starts to like warble, and you see like large visible cracks start to form in it.
I cast Gate. Let's get the fuck out of here.
yeah. Zoom.
Boom. We're back in the village.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? We killed him. It's over.
All the while, Durgan is still paralyzed.
Yep.
The fuck he is.
What's your strength? Because we might have to both carry him through the gate.
I can cast Greater Restoration at level 6.
Oh, okay.
He's going to have the air try to counter it.
Yeah, that's it.
Proving once again that blue magic is the best magic.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have successfully healed Durgan from his paralytic state. You walk through the gate as the obelisk explodes with shards going everywhere. And you walk through the gate dissipates, and you all feel this thunderous boom throughout all of Waterdeep as the guild members come barreling throughout the from the guild hall in celebration that you have defeated Eleander.
I say, like, with my tiny little cobalt arms in the air, I go, "Praise to my teammates," because I didn't do a whole lot. I had to keep them alive a little bit.
You did enough.
Yeah.
My little weird friend.
As an entertainer, Durgan gets up like masses a crowd around him. He goes, "Fearology is a podcast done by Jody L. Kite. where you'll find out about his personal history through horror, through movies, television shows, and other forms of media. Catch it anytime on Anchor and Amazon and Anchor is no more. Spotify also is on there, and the Google. No Apple though.
No,
because that EULA scared the shit out of you. Don't worry, it scared the shit out of me too.
And as Durgan is done with his speech, I get up and say, friends, if you enjoy watching wrestling and wondrous libations in the whiskey form, listen to Whiskey and Wrestling, where they talk about each week's happenings in wrestling, and probably gripe and moan about all the bad shit that's happening. Dynamite wasn't that bad this week.
They left it the in-ring product. That's why.
Maybe they will have some good things to say. But if any of that interests you, check that out. Sorry.
If you want to listen to a couple of guys beat a lick with a stick, you're listening to the show right now. Actually, you should listen to Chris Vega over at the Completed Podcast with his friends from the Metamorph Metacritic review show that they have, where they talk about March of the Machines and the Pinkertons. It's pretty good stuff. They're on the platforms. You should check them out.
Do you think those broke immersion? I don't know if they did or not.
I don't know. To be like, we probably weren't very fun to listen to that last bit because we were thinking so hard.
I wasn't thinking hard. I was like, roll con, fail, fail.
I was roll mass, counterspell, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was hit it really hard.
There you go.
Hit it harder.
Okay then.
Nathaniel Stormborn comes up and says, if you would like to hear reviews on movies and TV shows you should and should not watch, listen to Silence Your Cell Phones. They go about new movie releases and give their opinions on movies that they set out and watch, and also TV shows. Give them a listen to.
Yeah. Going through the Twitches real quick, which is only one of them because one of them has already been done. Kind of, maybe. No, actually not. No. Kevin Gallo, a.k.a. Ron and Roost on Twitch, and Kevin Gallo on YouTube, bringing you some of the best role-playing game experiences every Tuesday night, or at least when they get off of their hiatus here, starting, I believe, in June. However,
you heard it right. When you get off your high horse.
Yeah, your hiatus.
I heard high horse.
Okay, well, there we go. But that includes the dark future of Cyberpunk Red and the not so dark present of Pokeroll, the unofficial Pokemon role-playing game. Also,
Pokemon's a dystopian future that's post-war. That's why there's like 3 adults that are male.
What if he has a horse named Hiatus?
Ape's Place. Our friend April Dugan, or however we want to do it.
Dugan.
April Dugan.
Bringing you some of the best horror gameplay, whether it's Phasmophobia, Demonology, or the like.
Or Tears of the Kingdom.
Or Tears of the. Oh, I knew, because Breath of the Wild. She would be in the studio and just like, I was like, hey April, and she was just Breath of the Wilding it up. So yeah. So thank you for also playing it alongside me. Ms. Duggan, hope everything is going well with that. And of course, Cameron Spanier, God Emperor of Gaming at Backyard Gaming in Goshen, Mississippi.
Sole owner and proprietor.
Oh, yes. The only one. There's nobody else. Absolutely at all. The other guy lost his arm in a arm wrestling contest.
Yes. That's why
horrible.
It's in a sling.
An unfortunate smelting accident.
Oh, no. He was trying to arm wrestle a smelter? Jesus Christ, that was dumb.
Yeah, you don't do that.
There you go.
Have you seen how ripped they are?
Yes. Join them every Wednesday for wonderful games of D&D played at several many dozen tables. They have the Narber Initiative where you can, if you've never played before, if you'd like to get started with a new group, they can have that there as well. Thursday nights, we've been getting into the minis games, whether it's Age of Sigmar, Song of Ice and Fire, or the Star Wars Legion game also as well. I think they had an event for Star Wars Legion last Sunday.
They did.
And then finally...
I'll take your word for it. I'm not in that group anymore.
Finally, if you like casual Magic, Friday nights is Commander Magic over at the shop. That's, I think, the 3 major events that I can be around for. So there you go there.
How'd you guys like it?
It was fun.
It was definitely a trip.
Yeah.
I will say this, though, and this is just not even a negative critique, but if you take a campaign of 3 people or more from level 1 to level 18 and they have 2 magical items, you're going to have an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have a major issue.
Of course, yeah.
Because the thing is, like, inevitably, they're either going to, like, fight and lose or fight and win, and all that does is drag out the fight. Now, again, we were doing this for the show, and it's, and I'm not like giving you hard criticism. I'm just saying, like, in a real environment with players that have been playing a long campaign, if you give them like 5-10 levels without any magical items, somebody's going to be upset.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just that's just a point of view.
So yeah, Ethan, don't be stingy with your fucking magical. I don't care.
I don't care.
I enjoyed it because
it was a challenge. It was a challenge. I enjoyed the challenge.
I don't really ever get to play high level because they either peter out, and we always have
And also, like, nobody's not nobody, but a huge percentage of players are not going to like go, ooh, cleric at level 1.
Yeah,
it's just usually not going to be a thing. So it was fun for me to play a class that I normally wouldn't touch.
Yeah.
I like the non-amount of magic items.
I did
because
too.
It made the magic items more important, at least for the building of the character. I didn't get a chance to use mine. The boots of speed were invaluable as far as closing distance and getting.
That's why I got shit that was just kind of like a passive thing.
Right.
I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get more armor because I'm gonna try and be the
I used mine for armor, mostly armor. I think
and get more health. Set my constitution automatically.
Licks are not supposed to be easy. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not criticizing negatively. I'm just saying, like, in a long form campaign, that would be a different situation, of course. Yeah. But I did enjoy the challenge. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah. I was waiting for us to die. It was a good. I like suspend.
I like that there was threat there.
I did too.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, we were like, oh shit.
Yeah, we actually started getting.
I was like, I should have used that foresight instead of.
There was a sense of urgency near the last couple rounds there.
Yeah.
I should have done the thing I was joking about.
Yeah, I should have done that. Now,
yes, I should always game the system in my favor.
Yeah,
it was good.
You probably would have been paralyzed for so long.
Yeah, probably. Having advantage on everything.
I liked how you did use the legendary abilities, but you were very sparingly with it. You didn't like overdo it.
Well, also, and once you did that, I was like, oh, well, now I need to hold off on these other spells that I can't.
Well, I was hoping that we could attrition him out of those legendary abilities.
That's what I was kind of hoping because I was going to be like, as soon as like he dropped those, okay, let's force cage this motherfucker, and now we don't have to worry about him for a little while.
Right. Yeah.
But you don't want everything that I have is like a save or suck. So
force cage is a bitch. I hate force cage so much.
Would have been fun. Like, it would have been nice if I could have dominated the monster, but
and it was also a good indicator of, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, licks are annoying in any fucking D&D edition. Just to let you know, 5th edition, 3.5, 4th edition, 2nd edition. Were there licks in 2nd edition? I didn't get that far in 2nd edition. So
yes.
We never fought a lick.
There's been in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, there was a lick.
We stayed when I started playing. I'm not going to get on a tirade. When we started playing D&D at second edition, we were at level 1 for 6 months.
Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah.
If you played any kind of magical anything, your XP to get to level 2 was insane.
Right.
Now, to be fair, that was the balancing of you have the power to reshape reality to meet your whims.
Right.
Yeah, versus I'm a warrior. Let me hit this thing.
Yeah.
And let me hit it again.
Yeah. And okay, it's my turn. Let me hit it again.
Yeah. Also, did you like your attributes at start? Because that was pretty much where they were staying.
Yeah. They weren't getting any more.
Yeah. There you go. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for enjoying this game with us on this 20th regular episode of the season. Next episode is 21, which means this season's old enough to drink. Yes. So let's give it a reason to drink. Jody, what are we watching?
We're watching the Paul Williams scored Brian De Palma masterpiece, Phantom of the Paradise.
Jody's been waiting for.
You should have said Brian De Palma.
Yeah,
that's how you should have said that.
Yeah, no, that's how you would have said that. Yes, specifically. Yes.
Oh yeah, when I found that out, I definitely said that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is a dream come true for Jody. Just having everyone watch.
I've only been talking about it through 2 podcasts.
Yeah, through 2 podcasts and the years.
Yes.
But ladies and gentlemen, yes, the Phantom of the Paradise. Finally, once and for all, we're gonna have a big watch along, and we're gonna watch it. And then a week later, once we recover, we're gonna tell you all about it.
Also, a movie I've never seen before.
We're gonna keep up the either it's fucking top of the top tier cinema or fucking what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Criterion or Shitteron.
Yeah.
That's basically how it's going to be.
Question, in that tier list, where does the Barbarians land?
It's better than Shitteron.
It's better than it should have been.
Yeah, way better than it should have been.
Exactly.
There you go. Ethan, sign this off.
Yeah, we're at the bus stop. We will see y'all. Y'all will hear us next week.
No, we'll see y'all because our passive perception is 25.
Yeah.
I'm Ethan Skinner.
I'm James McCarthy.
I have Devil's Sight up to 120.
I heard I am Devil Sight. Don't say who you actually are anymore. It's going in.
I'm Jody Kite, and I just want to let Jay know that I'm also pretentious when it comes to films. Don't put me in a box. It's not just music. I've seen Eraserhead, goddammit. Eraserhead!
Do you want me to hit this button to stop?
I don't give a fuck.